So I just got off a Teams call at work. I got a meeting invite this morning called Team Update. There was about 15 people on the call. Our VP just terminated our positions. I'm feeling really upset about it. In tech right now, a lot of layoffs are happening. Who knows, maybe this is a blessing in disguise. I like my job, I enjoyed my job, but I didn't love it as much as I used to. And I know that you're not supposed to always love your job. A job is a job. A job is to make money so that you can provide for your family. And I was very fortunate to have that job and to work with all the people there and learn all the things, level up my abilities. Thursday, I didn't think today was gonna be like this.
Well, here's your notice that it is so hard to be a full-time work-from-home mom, as well as a full-time stay-at-home mom with a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old. I just got fired because I couldn't keep up with the old women who work from home who have no children. Today's society is so fucked up. And now I understand why women use social media as a form of revenue. Like, this is so freaking ridiculous. Also, for all you employers who fire working moms right before Christmas, there's a special place in hell for you. Enjoy. That's all.
There's just one thing I don't like about, losing job in December or, just during the Ember month. It hits different. It's not just a layoff, it's a punch to the stomach at the exact moment families are supposed to be celebrating, resting, and trying to enjoy the little they have across the US and like all over the globe right now. Thousands of Americans are waking up to emails that start with, "We regret to inform you," and some joining meetings, just normal work meetings, and hearing from HR that, what, we're so sorry to let you go. And what's why is the timing? Companies are doing it now, right before the holidays and right before kids start asking about gifts, right before families buy food for the holidays, right? And it's freaking a lot of people. The emotional breakdown is something else, and now we are all seeing it all over the internet. Well, I'm going to let the rest of the videos roll, then I'll come back with more commentary. Credit belongs to original creators of this video. Let's go watch.
But this is hard. Okay, so I just got fired from my job today. And this job pays for everything, all my bills, everything for my kids. And there's just so much going on right now. The holidays, my kids' birthdays, my daughter wanted a sweet 16. I have been with this company for 3 years, and I work my ass off for them. I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning for a shift at 3:30 in the morning, and I do all the bullshit that they tell me to do. And this is what happens. I'm a mom. I'm a female. I do shit that men do. Like, fuck, give me some leeway. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I can't believe I got fired. I bust my ass for this company. There's so much happening right now. This is not the time. This was not the time to get let go. Fuck. I can't believe I became one of those people who cry on camera.
So yesterday I was laid off. And if you can't tell by these swollen eyes, I haven't exactly taken it that well. I laid off a week before Thanksgiving when I was about to have 2 holiday paid days off and spending it with my family. I find out I no longer am going to have a job. I was just minding my business, doing my job yesterday. No warning, no nothing. I get told that the HR department needs to meet with me immediately and asked if I was free in 10 minutes. My heart immediately sank. It's like I knew. How do you not know? When HR wants to meet with you very suddenly, when the meeting is called HR check-in, that's usually not good. The HR manager comes on the screen, and I wish I recorded this, and literally says, "I come with bad tidings." And I'm just staring blankly like this, like, and of course she said, "Due to budget constraints and restructuring of the organization, we have to lay you off. It has nothing to do with performance. We've appreciated everything you've contributed. There will be no benefits after your last day, which is going to be this Friday. There will be no severance pay. You cannot cash out your PTO, but you can look into cashing out your retirement if you'd like. Do you have any questions? After almost 2 years of working for a startup company and changing my roles, doing everything that was needed of me, and going with the flow, rolling with the punches, working hard, showing up, doing what I was supposed to do, being a team player, it didn't matter because you are replaceable. Just remember that. Don't ever give your loyalty to a company. Don't give them 100%. Don't neglect to take your PTO because you feel like you don't want to get behind or there's too much work to do, they need you there. No, take your PTO, take your sick days, take your vacation days. If a family member dies, take your bereavement, take all of the days, because at the end of the day, this company that you work for and you put your blood, sweat, and tears into, they can get rid of you in a snap, no remorse, a week before the holidays, and give you nothing to show for it. And I know this is the part where I'm supposed to say, well, you know what? Rejection is God's redirection. And I do believe there is a plan for me, but I've already been down in the dumps with my mental health, as you guys have seen me on here talking about, for months, for different reasons. And it's just like right before the holidays, it's just a big like punch to the gut. I do think that I'm getting really thrown in to the depths, the darks of things right now to push me to be uncomfortable and to get myself to where I need to be. But this just feels like such a setback that I just wasn't mentally ready for. I'm looking online and on TikTok and everybody's talking about how they've been laid off for months or some years. And I'm just like, what am I going to do? How do people survive when they just don't make money? How do you pay your mortgage? How do you feed yourself? Do you just stay home all day and apply for jobs? Are you allowed to leave the house and go do fun things anymore? Or is it you just have to stay home every day and apply for jobs until you get a job? Because it feels like I'm in purgatory, that I need to be home every day, full time, looking for jobs and looking for side hustles and just looking for ways to make money. My whole job now in life is just to make money to survive. It's not to enjoy anymore. That's how it feels to be laid off. And I just want to make this video to let you know, if you already are going through mental health problems and you got laid off and you don't know what to do and you're scared, I'm in the trenches with you. And if you want someone to talk to, please talk to me, because I feel very isolated and alone in this feeling. And it's freaking scary. It's fucking scary. Pretty much used last night just to cry it out. Obviously, I'm crying now just talking about it. Obviously, I'm still working. I'm doing what I need to do to tie up loose ends, as they say. I've already applied for unemployment. I've done that. But I don't know what to do now. I feel like I should be cleaning the house top to bottom and applying for 20 jobs while still doing this job. It's just I'm drowning myself. I think I'm going to keep chronicling this whole part of my life just to show other people that are going through it what it might look like for me. Not every one of us can sit here and smile and say they got laid off and think that this is a good thing. It's going to push them to work on their projects and they're going to get so many things done and blah, blah. I'm just not one of those people. I'm in fight or flight right now. And I want to say it's going to be okay and believe it, but I don't. I literally was supposed to have therapy on Friday, but I had to cancel therapy because it doesn't really make sense to spend $150 on anything right now that I don't absolutely need, even though I probably do really need therapy. Hang in there, everybody. It's a tough time. If you got laid off or you have any inspirational stories or anything about how being laid off was the best thing that happened to you, please share them, because I need the love right now. Thanks for listening. Love you guys.
Just imagine working the whole year and working for a company for years, grinding, sacrificing, barely sleeping, showing up on time, doing everything right, only for the company to cut you loose 2 weeks before the holidays, or just a month or two, okay, because the budget changed. Not because you did not anything wrong, not because you performed, your performance dropped or something, but because the executives want to protect their profit margins, protect, shareholder happiness, and protect bonuses that regular workers will never see. The irony, these same companies we post Christmas photos on Instagram talking about, the spirit of giving and holiday cheer. Meanwhile, the people who built their businesses can't even afford a tree. And let's be honest, the American holiday, and the economy is not making this any easier. Rent is up, groceries are up, utility bills are up, car notes are, up. Even basic foods, eggs, bread, milk, it's so expensive that people are budgeting them like, luxury items right now. So when a layoff hitting, during the embers, it's not just losing a paycheck, it's losing your sense of, stability, losing the, little joy you hope to give your kids or your family. It's losing the ability to breathe without, feeling like you are drowning. People online are starting to ask real questions. How do companies make record profits every year but still lay off thousands? How do CEOs walk away with millions while workers, walk away with nothing? Why is it legal to, lay off people right before the holidays, and why is this becoming normal? But here's the deeper truth. This isn't just about layoffs. It's about a system that, treat workers as disposable, especially at the end of the year when budgets get adjusted. Workers are numbers, decisions are made by people who will never feel the consequences, and the ones suffering the most are everyday Americans who already feel like the economy is stacked against them.
So I just got laid off from Amazon. I was one of the 14,000 people who got an email at like 4 in the morning saying that your role has been eliminated. So honestly, what am I feeling right now? I'm kind of numb. I'm kind of in shock of just how it was handled, because I literally had no idea. Like literally imagine just waking up one day, it's a regular Tuesday, you check your phone, see what time it is, and you see you got an email that your role is being eliminated. Genuinely, when I saw that on my phone, I thought it was spam, because I'm like, no way, like, what do you mean that it's an email? So I go on my work laptop, I find out I'm locked out of my laptop, and I check my email, I lost access to my laptop, I don't have badge access, I literally haven't heard anything from my manager, hear nothing from my coworkers, and it's just like, you're just locked out. And it's so crazy because, so I was there for only like a little over a year, but I have a coworker who was there, it was going to be his 13th anniversary of being there for 13 years, and this is the way that we find out. And it's just kind of like, it's just so crazy to me, because like you spend so much of your energy at your job, right? And for you to just find out in this way, it's like a very shitty feeling. I'm gonna be so honest. It's like, well, what was the point of me doing any of that? And like, as someone who has quote unquote done the right thing, like I'm a child of immigrants, so I had to, like, I chose the engineering route, but I studied engineering in college. I had 4 internships in undergrad. 2 of them were in big tech. After graduating, I was at Microsoft, and now I'm at Amazon. And it's like, on top of that, never have gotten negative feedback for any of my performance reviews. And it's like, you can do everything right, but at the end of the day, your future is not in your hands when you work for someone. And it's like, it just blows my mind, because I feel like as a society, we, especially like when you come from like a family of immigrants, like, work hard to get a really good job, work in corporate, don't do anything risky. And it's like, you do that and you literally have no control if you get a bad manager. You have no control if what you're working on gets deprioritized, or the company decides to be more lean and make things less bureaucratic. Like, you have no control over that. And like, I feel like I just worked so hard to do the right things, and this was such a huge slap in the face of like, I always had an entrepreneurial spirit in me, and I've always wanted to do that, but like, this experience honestly like is screaming to me that you will never feel safe or secure without you like doing something for yourself. But yeah, so crazy. I'm still processing it, to be honest. I'm just like it doesn't feel human the way that we found out. Like, I didn't even talk to my manager. None of that happened. Like, I literally thought it was gonna be a regular day. I wake up, I'm cut out of everything, and you're just kind of expected to carry on with your day. But yeah, so crazy. I also honestly think everything happens for a reason, and this is a blessing, and anyone who was affected, I think we're gonna be like so okay and so fine. But honestly, like, I think you just need to process what just happened. Yeah.
I just got laid off about 2 hours ago. I think I'm still shocked. Like, I just can't believe that it happened. There were absolutely no signs from the company that it was going to happen. 9:30, I got a Teams message from my boss asking if I was free, which definitely was kind of weird, but I thought that he wanted to talk about something that we had discussed yesterday. So I was like, yeah, of course I'm free. What's up? And then they dialed me into a video call where my boss was sitting in the office in a conference room with this lady from legal. And they just basically told me I was being let go. And it was super formal, super sterile, which, like, this is why I always say, like, don't give your everything to a company, because when it comes to laying people off, they just fire you like that. I was like pretty shocked, and I kind of got teary-eyed, like borderline was gonna start crying, and I like held it together, and I basically told myself, like, this is my last time where I'm gonna see my boss and be able to ask him any questions and get closure. So I was like, no, I need to like ask him any questions I have. So I basically asked, like, is this a performance thing? Like, was this, I was doing international marketing for them, like, is international just drying up and that's not gonna be a priority anymore? And he basically gave some vague answer, which was like, no, this is like overall the entire company, we're doing layoffs.
so you're just one of many. Then they dialed HR in, so HR started going over my severance package, and then they passed me to IT where like he wiped my computer and had me wipe my phone. Like the whole process was like 30 minutes. And basically I just started calling my family and texting some of my coworkers, and then I guess I found out that like our entire marketing team, like there were I think like 35, 40 people. Like I think there's only like 10 people left. And company-wide, I think they got rid of 20%. But yeah, I've just been sitting here basically for the past like 3 hours processing, talking to people. You guys have any tips? Like what should I be doing? Do I sign up for unemployment? Please let me know. This is the first time in my career that this has happened, so this is all super new to me. Definitely be sharing more with all of you guys, and I'm just really grateful that I have, you know, all of your guys' support, and I'm excited to share this next part of my journey with you, and I'm re-recruiting and seeing how that goes. So definitely follow if you want to see this next part of my journey, and I love you guys so much.
Will you sit with me? Just for a minute. Hold some space. I had a really shitty afternoon at work. Late morning, I had a calendar invite added to my schedule, meeting, 15 minutes for the afternoon. And it was exactly what I knew was coming, right? When I saw that meeting invite pop up on my calendar, I knew exactly what was coming. Our new CFO got on, a call, and basically with the HR rep, let me know that my job is no longer needed, that my duties have become redundant, and I'm no longer needed at the company, and they're going to have to let me go. And they did offer to help over the next couple of weeks find me a position with our parent company if there is something available. But that was that. There was no empathy or sympathy. It was very cold. It felt very heartless. It was just, the company's having to make some really tough decisions, and we're doing some restructuring and yada yada. And that was it. And literally the call was over in like not even 10 minutes. My boss, my direct boss, wasn't even on the call, wasn't even invited to the call. Nope. The HR rep apparently was able to contact her right before the call to let her know what was going on. And I actually got asked. Then I not share that with her until the person laying me off, was informed that they had already reached out to my boss right before the call. She didn't know what was said. She didn't know what happened. She didn't even know why. It was just that. That was it. I am 48 years old. I have been working. Well, I got my first part-time job when I was 12, but I have been working essentially since I was 15 years old. 48 years old. And this has never happened to me. I don't have any words. It's all really raw right now, so I'm just kind of feeling it all, and I'm really struggling. They want me to stay on for the next 2 weeks so I can fully transition my duties to someone else. And yet my duties are redundant. I'm just having a really hard time today. And I just need someone to sit with me, hold a little space. Don't take your job for granted, but also don't let your job rob you of your peace. Because the last at least 4 months at my job has been horrible for me. I have lost sleep at night. I have worked long hours. I have struggled to manage bandwidth when there really wasn't much left. And it was horrible. It has been horrific. I have not wanted to go to work. I have struggled. And I don't deserve to allow a job to rob me of my peace like that. I really don't. I know we get hired to do a job, and there's always this feeling that, you need them. They're your employer. You can't piss them off. No, they need you too. They need you. You have a skill set that you are providing to them in exchange for wages, and they need you too. And even when it doesn't feel like it or whatever, you have some power. Don't give that up. Enough said.
This this is a reality that millions of Americans are living right now, and it exposes the brutal truth. There is no loyalty in corporate America. There's no, we are family thing. You know how they tell you, oh, we are all families in this place. I don't think that exists. There's no we value our employees. There's only profit and loss. But even in this painful moment, something else is happening. To people are starting to wake up. They are realizing they need community, support systems. They need to save thousands because these companies won't. People are turning to side hustles, small businesses, digital skills, helping each other out, kind of sharing groceries, sharing resources, and making sure nobody goes hungry during the holidays. Because if the system won't protect workers, workers will, protect each other. If you're watching this and you're going through it, you're not alone right now. There are millions dealing with the same fear, the same anxiety, the same, pressure. And it's not your fault. The economy is unstable right now. Companies are ruthless and the cost of living is out of control. But even in this painful moment, okay, I think that people should just, try to be themselves and try to comfort themselves and try to love upon each other because it's so hard to be laid off just when you need it most. It's heartbreaking to see parents online saying they don't, know how they are going to afford Christmas dinners, people choosing between rent and, presents, people applying to 50 jobs to a day with no response, people too embarrassed to, tell their families they lost their jobs. This is the reality right now that a lot of people are, currently facing. And it's so heartbreaking right now. Okay, right? But one thing is certain, the same Americans being knocked down right before Christmas, we get back up again. Yeah, I know that you say, oh, there are a lot of people who are jobless who have been like that for 2-3 years. But don't wish that for yourself. Okay, yours will be better. So if you're feeling that downcasted and all, just give yourself some, credit. You deserve better. You are a great person and you have everything you need to get back on your feet, get a good job. And of course, if you're planning to, leave corporate America and move into a business, you still have everything it takes to, thrive in whatever area of life that you decide to. Okay. Because when life gets hard, Americans have one thing corporation don't, and that's resilience. So just keep pushing. You are stronger than you know it. Okay. Anyway, guys, let me know what your own take are in the comments. I would love to read from you. Please do well to drop your take and of course share other people up in the comment section as well. Yeah. See you all on my next. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and credit belongs to original creators of this video. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.